Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jester, aka Mr. JXDR, and today we're going to be talking about candlesticks. This is going to be the second part of my video series called Price Action Fridays, where every Friday of the week I will be posting a video talking about all things price action. On the first episode, I was talking about why I personally trade only pure price action, how to start trading price action, and its pros and cons. If you want to check that out, the link is going to be in the description down below. Also, if you want to get notified whenever I upload the next episode of Price Action Fridays, please do consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about candlesticks. Kung unang-una nyo makikita pagkabukas nyo ng price chart, the first thing that you will see when you open up TradingView are what we call candlesticks. If you don't see it, just go up here. You can see this little icon up top and just click candle or halo candles. For me, personally, I will use halo candles to analyze my charts. The default colors, if you first open up a TradingView chart, should look something like this. But if this hurts your eyes, ang sakit sa mata nito, so that's why I change it. I used my own personal theme. You can change colors whenever you like. Just go to settings, symbol, change the colors of body, borders, and wicks. You can also change the appearance of your chart overall. My green candles, bullish candles, so prices are going up. And for white candles, that is bearish candles or prices going down. Now, let's also define what candlesticks are. So candlesticks or Japanese candlesticks are used to describe the price action during the given time. They are formed using the open, high, low, and close of the chosen time periods. If you notice, it always talks about time, right? A time frame or a time period. That is because each candle represents whatever time frame you are in currently. So for example, right now I am in the daily time frame. As you can see here at the top, all of the candles here represents 1 day. So if you switch time frames, for example, 1 hour time frame, each of these candles represent 1 hour. So this is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and so on. And if you also notice, it talks about the open, high, low, and close of the candles, or for short, OHLC. You can see this at the top left corner of the screen on your TradingView app. So OHLC, if you drag your cursor and hover it over one candle, you can see the values up there of the open, close, high, low of each candle. Kung hindi ka sigurado kung ano yung pinagsasabi ko na, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is what I mean, right? We have the high of a candle, we have the open, we have the close, we have the low. The same with bearish candles. We have the high, open, close, and the low. This is how a normal candle should look like. Also, candles has two parts. The body is in the middle. This is the body, also with the bearish candle. And we also have wicks, which are the top wicks here at the top, and the bottom wick, which is here found in the bottom. Now, if you notice that if the candle is green or if it's a bullish candle, the open price is here at the bottom and the closing price is here at the top, right? The reason for that is, again, green candles represent prices going up. So if the price opens up at a lower price and closes above, the color should be green. And if you're looking at a bearish candle, the opening price is at the top here, so the price opens up here and travels down and closes below the opening price. Jester, how about the wicks? Don't worry guys, I will show you how the wicks are formed. So let's have a little visual presentation on how candles form. If the candle opens up in the lower part here, the first thing that it would normally do is create a bottom wick. So it will go down a little bit first, like so. From this opening price, it will go down towards wherever it wants to reach, creating a low of the candle. So after creating this low, you will notice that it will start to go up. Now after going up, it will leave a bottom wick. It reaches here. This is the lowest point that the candle or the price reach, and once it starts to go up, it will leave this wick. Now if the candle will go up further and flips, the color of the candle will now change from being white to being green. It will look something like this. So it's going to go up, 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 up until it goes in reaches its highest point. Right, so once it reaches the highest point, it will start to retrace a little bit, leaving creating the top wick. This top wick is going to be left behind as the candle starts to retrace lower, and then if the time comes that the candle will close somewhere here in the middle, you have your fully formed candle. The same thing is true if you are talking about bearish candles. So from the start, the bearish candle opens up here at a higher price. It starts to go up, creating that top wick. Once it starts to go down, it will leave that wick behind, so it will look something like this. And once it flips again, it will change its color from being green to being white. It becomes bearish, right? So as it pushes down, it's going to reach its lowest point here, and it will start to retrace again, leaving us with a nice bottom wick. And when the time comes that the candle will close, we will now have a fully formed bearish candle with a high, low, open, and close. Around 80 to 90% of the time, you can see candles with a top wick and a bottom wick. But there are times that candles will not have a top wick like this. Sometimes they won't have a bottom wick, and sometimes even both, right? They won't have a top wick or a bottom wick. Now, if these candles are shown in the charts, what do they mean? If I'm going to explain to you guys what all of these candles mean, it will take me a lot of time and it will not fit in this one video alone. So if you want to learn more about candlesticks with no wicks, head on over to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MrJXTR. I will be live 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. PH time. You can ask me anything about these candles and I will 100% answer you all. But spoiler alert, these candles are 50-50, right? There's a 50-50 chance it will reverse. There's also a 50-50 chance that it will continue its direction. The reason as to why that is, I'll explain to you live on chat. So I'll see you there. Another question that comes to mind is, why are these candlesticks so important when it comes to price action trading, right? Bakit ito super importante, right? The reason for that is you can actually see all of the things that your indicators are telling you by just looking at candlesticks alone. So lahat ng mga sinasabi ng mga indicators nyo, pwede yang sabihin ng candlesticks alone if you know what you're looking for. If you want to look at the candlestick volume, it's very easy. You just look at how big the candle is and how it's forming. For example, if a bullish candle is starting to open, right, it will create a bottom wick like what I said, and after creating that bottom wick, it will start to flip, leaving this bottom wick. Once the candle starts to flip, you can see it go up and up and up without stopping and without even flipping back bearish, right? So it will just start to go up until it reaches its high, retracing a little bit, creating the top wick, right? And if you see that the candle closes like this, very strong bullish candle, this candle has a lot of volume. But how about momentum? If the candle keeps on creating higher highs and higher lows, respecting the previous lows and breaking previous candle highs, then that means that the momentum is going up, right? It starts to do that 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You will see it just go up and up and up without breaking lows. So if you see these types of candles, then obviously the momentum, you can see it, it's clear, it's going up, it's bullish. You can even use candles to plot your support and resistance, right? For example, if the candles are going up here and all of a sudden you can see a bearish candle, and that means a resistance is being created right here. So as a resistance is starting to create, we expect price to trickle down a little bit, and then once it starts to form another support indicated by this bullish candle here, then you can now say that this is the support being created, and the next candle should continue going up, retest the highs of this range. If the price starts to reach an area of support or resistance, you can start looking for candlestick patterns to know when to buy or when to sell. You can even use candlestick highs or lows as your stop loss, which I personally do use. As you can see, there's a lot of ways for you to incorporate candlesticks in your price action trading. So that just goes to show how powerful candlesticks are. Alright, the last part of this video is going to be the candlestick do's and don'ts. But before I talk to you guys about that, if you like this video so far, please click that like button. It will help me out a ton, and it also tells me that you will like to see more of these videos. With that being said, let's take a look at the candlestick do's first. The first one here is you need to understand the story behind how the candles are formed. So every candle may story behind that candle, right? You don't just look at the candles, oh, it's a very big green candle, so the price should continue going up. But what if that very big green candle respected a previous resistance, right? For example, this is your candle and there's a resistance here. What if your candle is just closing below that resistance? So it doesn't mean that even though it's a very big green candle, it's going to continue going up. No, right? Because there's a resistance here. Most probably the next candle could be bearish. It could start to go down as it respected that resistance. The second one here is you need to take note of the candle's top and bottom wicks, or if the candles even have a top and bottom wick. So again, I will be explaining this in another video, or I will be explaining this to you live on stream. If you visit twitch.tv/MrJXDR and just said to me, hey Chester, what does it mean if the candles have no wicks? And I will 100% answer you on that. The third thing here is you need to wait for the candles to close. For example, in the candle that you see here, if the candle is still open, it's going up here, it's going up, you don't buy in this area, because what could happen, for example, there's still 1 minute until this candle will close. What could happen at 1 minute? We don't know, right? It can just go down, go back inside the range, or even just close bearish, right? It can go and flip back down. So you will never know where the candle closes until it closes. Is it going to close above the support? Is it going to close below the support? If you bought here and the price went down, now you are in drawdown. So you need to wait for the candle to close. That is one very important thing that I keep on talking about. Now, moving on to candlestick don'ts. The first one here is you don't need to stare at every single candle all the time. There's a reason why we need to look for candle closers. There's a reason why we look at multiple time frames as well, right? For example, the candle that you're looking at right now is in the middle of nowhere. It's not close to any support or resistance. Then you don't need to look at that candle. You just need to know when that candle will close, right? For example, it's a 30-minute candle, so you just need to look at maybe 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, right? Or 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You need to look at those times to see where the candle closed, but you don't need to look at each and every candle all the time, especially if it's just in the middle of the range doing nothing. The second thing here, and I think most of the newbies are guilty of this, especially me before, you don't need to memorize every candlestick patterns. I repeat, you don't need to memorize every candlestick patterns. You don't need to know what this candle name is. Is it a bullish engulfing? Is it a Spartan? Whatever. All you need to know is what that candlestick pattern mean, right? What is the story behind that candle, and what you should do if you see a certain type of candle? What are you going to do? Are you just going to look at it, or what? And the last thing here is focusing only on one time frames. There's a lot of traders out there that just looks at 5-minute time frames, or even 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frames, daily time frame. If you want to trade price action and you want to use candlesticks in your advantage, you need to look at multiple time frames, because you need to understand that if you're looking at the 4-hour time frame, if you want to know what happened during that 4-hour candle, you can look at the 1-hour candle. You can see 4 1-hour candles in each 4-hour candle. You need to remember that every 1-hour candle has 2 30-minute candles. Every 30-minute candle has 2 15-minute candles. So if you want to learn what happened on that specific candle, you need to look down on lower time frames to see more details on how the candlestick formed. And that's just about it about candlesticks. If you think that I missed something, or if you want me to talk about something on the next video, just comment it down below. I will read and reply to all of your comments. Again, if you like the video, consider liking it. It will help me out a ton. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will get notified on the next episode of Price Action Fridays. And also, if you want me to answer your questions live, then head on over to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MrJXDR. You can ask me anything. I can answer it on the spot. That's it for me, guys. I hope you learned something. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Price Action Fridays. Peace.